I'm going to try this section above the door again. And I can tell it should come off this time. We'll see. Well, it looks like it's coming off over here. And right in there, it still needs a little bit more saturation. And it also depends how well somebody, how well they primed underneath it, if they used a PVA sealer or something like that before they installed their wallpaper. The idea is you don't want to rip the surface of the sheetrock behind there, whether or not it's been painted. Sometimes wallpaper is installed over a paint surface and then it's easier to come off. Sometimes it's brand new sheetrock mud. And if it's brand new sheetrock mud and if they haven't put a PVA sealer on there or some sort of wallpaper sealer, so to speak, it's going to be hard to remove your wallpaper. So think about that. Next time you're ready to install some wallpaper, do you want to put that on first? Because maybe you think, oh, this wallpaper is good. I'm going to leave this up there for years. Well, this wallpaper has been up here for over 30 years, I know for a fact. And, you know, eventually you're going to get sick of the wallpaper. You're going to want to update your home and you're going to want to get rid of that wallpaper. Maybe you don't want to paint over the surface of your wallpaper or anything like that, and you want to remove it. Once you get ready to remove it, you want it to release properly, okay? So remember that. While I'm letting that set, we're just going to see what happens here with this one here. Just gently get that edge, okay? And I'm seeing that the surface is already bubbling in a few different areas. It still feels just a little bit tight, okay? So know when to pull it off and know when to spray some more water on there. Okay, while I'm doing that, I'll put a little bit more on here. It'll release. Just be patient with it. We'll put a little bit more over there. You may think, oh man, this is going to take forever. But once you get going and get a system going, you'll see you can do it yourself and not damage your walls. Oh, this is pulling up nice and easy now. Look at that. Oh, it looks like they installed this paper before they installed the trim. Okay, so in that case, instead of just ripping it, take a sheetrock knife or a razor blade or something and just lightly score it down here. Okay, you don't want to do it too much. Peel that right off. There it is. Now on this, if you take it off in big pieces, just fold it over. It only takes a minute to do that. That way as you drop it down on the floor, it doesn't get the paste all over the place. Okay? There. Now what I can do is I can take a sponge and just sponge this down for right now a little bit, and see in certain areas you'll see where the paste was, and you can clean some of that off. And you'll have to decide, you know, what you're gonna do next to your wall. Are you gonna paint it exactly how it is with the smooth wall finish? Is the rest of your house smooth wall finish? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's got texture. Now the ceiling has a spray texture, or actually a skip trowel knockdown. And maybe you want to try to do something like that on your wall. Or, because it's an entire kitchen area that I'm doing, maybe you want it all smooth wall. And if you want smooth wall, you're going to have to look at this. And I see that there's nooks and crannies. They did a skim over that. They didn't do it so good that you didn't see any little imperfections in the wall, because they knew the wallpaper was going to cover it. They could have went over it again, but they didn't. So I'm just wiping off some of the mastic, not the mastic, but the paste, the wallpaper paste on the back side. And I'll go and I'm ready for the next piece. Simple as that. I think the water's been on this long enough. Now see right up in here, see how the paper is rippled a little bit? That's because the water has saturated in through there and is starting to release it and starting to get wet. Nice. Okay, let's try to remove this piece. It's still catching over here in the corner. Well, if it does, just try to get in there a different way. If you can get most of it, then it will come off in one go. Best way is to get it all in one go. You see there? Look at that. Ah, somebody cut it right there. And they pieced it together, because I didn't cut that. Okay, take the putty knife and just wedge it back in there just a little. And try to get it all in one go. Smooth. You didn't know your wallpaper could be removed that easy, did you? It's starting to rip right there. Oh, there's a screw. There's a screw back in there. Okay. Once you get enough water on there, it releases. You see there?